I got that from my grandson. I told people he was on a walker and he'd do like this every time we put him in. And so I just did start doing it on TV. And one day I got ready to walk out and Vince yells at me, "Daddy, do that dance." And I'm like, "What dance?" And he starts doing it. And so I said, yeah.
All right, Bill, I got a note here. It came from Sportskeeda that tells me that you are going to ball up here and you're going to give us your most gorgeous women of wrestling, which you didn't do on the last show, but now you agree that you will do it.
I said Mae Young, but I did get a lot of complaints from the editorial staff at Sportskeeda that, Bill, who was she or who is she? And I could come up off the top of my head, there's two people. The first one was, and I knew her since she was a teenager, and as she matured, she was so gorgeous and so talented, and that was Nancy Sullivan Benoit Tomolini. I thought she was not just beautiful, but she had the personality to match with it, and I miss her very much. And the other one, and this, I don't know if it would surprise anybody, but I did a bunch of Christmas interviews with her years ago, and I did the very first photo set with her, and she was just inducted into the Impact/TNA Wrestling Hall of Fame, and that was Tracy Brooks. I thought drop dead gorgeous, beautiful, very charming. So those are my two hotties.
He finally gave us the names, although you did mention, as you said, that Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young were two names brought up last
That's still on my list.
Those guys in Sportskeeda, those guys in India, so there's no telling what they're doing.
Actually, when I first met Joyce Grable, who just passed away recently in 1972 at Madison Square Garden, and I did photos on her, she was also absolutely gorgeous, really. Yeah.
All right, guys, we got one more thing we can get to before we run out of time here. With two new general managers now in WWE, Sportskeeda is wondering, again, this is the second question they sent over here that they wanted to get some answers for. Aside from the best ever general manager of Teddy Long, who also did a great job as general manager? Teddy, you would know probably better than anybody else. Who do you think also did a great job, whether it was on Raw or SmackDown, as a general manager?
Stephanie McMahon. I thought she done a real great job.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Same thing.
Yeah.
See, that's I thought you were going to say Vickie Guerrero. I really did. I thought you were going to say Vickie, because I thought Vickie did a great job too.
Well, like I said, Vickie was absolutely fantastic. I mean, one hell of a job. That's what Dominique reminds me so much of her now, because Vickie was the one they wouldn't let talk either. Every time she tried to say something, they'd boo her out, But yeah, Vickie was a great manager too. But I just thinking, going back, when I first started being in that role, there was Stephanie and Kurt Angle in there, and so I was just really thinking there. But Stephanie McMahon was really good.
And I'm sitting here thinking that you were
Excuse me.
I always thought that Teddy was more of a face general manager than a heel. While you played heel occasionally, you were mainly, and I think fans appreciated you more, as the lovable Teddy Long. Is there anybody else that had served in the general manager role that was also friendly and nice, a fan favorite? Because most of them have always been kind of the heelish type.
Well, I think when Kurt was in that role, I think Kurt was kind of both sides. You know what I mean? Like I said, when you're the GM there, you can't make everybody happy, and you know what I mean. So that's how it works. That's like a job. I mean, when I really went heelish is when I turned on Undertaker. Didn't actually turn on him, but I just didn't, do what he wanted me to do. And now people think I'm in cahoots with CM Punk and stuff. So now, that was the confusing part. But that means, when you can do both roles, you know what I mean? You know what you're doing.
But you came out, you had an entertaining come out. You would come out with that little wiggly there.
They do that dance.
And like I said, I got that from my grandson. I told people he was on a walker and he'd do like this every time we put him in. And so I just did start doing it on TV. And one day I got ready to walk out and Vince yells at me, "Daddy, do that dance." And I'm like, "What dance?" And he starts doing it. And so I said,
We're
That's how it started.
gonna end the show doing something I want to do. So you all got to stand up. We're gonna do the Teddy Long dance on the way out of here.
Man, we ain't doing that.
Oh,
We ain't doing that.
You don't have enough room in these boxes to stand up.
well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
Max.
true.
Listen, let me tell you something about Max. Okay, he's always coming up with the stuff he wants us to do, Bill.
But you
Because
know what? You know what? The only person who could do that would be the world champion. Thank you. Roman Reigns. Thank you. Take us out of here, Roman.
Bill's playing with his dolls again.
Yeah.
That's it.
I've always got something here.
This has been the Wrestling Time Machine. I'm Matt Davis.
He's got a Mae Young doll too.
Yeah, but that one blows up.
Do you have a hand? I'm Mac Davis. That's WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long and not WWE, but wrestling journalist Mr. Bill Apter. I'm out of here.
Yeah, you should be out. You should be out of here. Holla.
Yeah.